Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Lorna's story. We're going to pick up right where we left off. You've just had a conversation with Nolu after giving her the painting, and she's a little teary-eyed as she resumes her preparations in this large natural tent. Lorna, what do you do?
Well, I was given permission to go to the Galdring, and I was told where it was. So she is going to head back to the guest house, see if any of her party members want to go on a little hike.
Okay. So you return to the hermit house, as they call it.
Yes, the hermit house.
When you return, everyone is in the common room playing cards.
Oh, look at my friends bonding.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Anscombe, smiles and looks at the ground as he knows what's coming because Lilith, Tier, and Nore all look up at you and in resounding unison just fuck off and shut up and yeah, okay.
Oh, it warms my heart. Who's winning?
Everyone just looks at Skolna.
All right, that's probably fair. You making any money?
She shakes her head. And Tier says,
Well,
"We're not playing for actual money. We've
What's
all
the
seen
point?
we've seen Skolna work. We're not taking that chance. Come on."
How about
And Skolna shrugs.
I interest you all in something fun?
What kind of fun is that? Lilith says as she throws her hand on the table, clearly folding, and Tier begins to deal her another hand.
Sightseeing. We're visitors here, and there's a place I remember that I would really like to see. It's not required. I just thought I'd offer if you want to come with me.
Anscombe tosses his cards on the table and he says, "This has not gone well for me. I'll take any distraction I can get." And he stands up.
I can always count on you.
The rest of the table, everyone kind of looks between each other. How is Lorna coming across? Does it seem like she really wants them to, or this is just an invitation?
It's an invitation, but she is kind of glancing toward Lilith because she'd said that she's really hoping they can spend some time together.
Hold on.
Because she asked if she wanted company before, and that was so out of character.
Anscombe, having already stepped towards you, you see Lilith, is looking up at you, and then you, with your decent passive insight, catch Lilith, look over at Tier, and then she looks back up at you, and she says, "All right, it's gotta be better than sitting around here." She stands up, throws her cards on the table. Tier, Nore, and Skolna are sitting around the table. And it seems like there's a beat. And then Nore says, "Oh, yeah, I'll come too. Might be something interesting around here."
Okay.
Skolna looks at you meaningfully.
Uh-huh. Lorna looks back.
Tier looks between Skolna and you, and he says, "Okay, what's going on?"
I'm asking if you want to come on a walk?
Right, but...
Can Lorna insight check Skolna? Does it seem like she wants to be alone with Tier? Or is looking for anything to prevent that from happening? What can I read from her?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. It's never worked before, but maybe this time. Oh, I rolled really good. 26. That might be good enough to read Skolna.
with a 26, Skolna doesn't seem to know what to do, but you don't think she wants to be alone with Tyr.
Come on, Tier. How about we just stretch our legs? Mr. Ranger, I might need your help finding it. She says quickly.
All right. Fine. But only because I'm pretty sure you'll get lost if I don't come along. And he stands
Thank
up.
you.
And then Skolna stands up as well, seeing the card
Mhm.
game has ended. And your team, all of them,
Oh, the whole team. Wow.
gathers to follow you out of the hermit house. So,
Right.
all right.
So she remembers
Where are we
what direction
going?
it was in.
Mm-hmm.
She points. She said it was, I think, a couple miles that way.
Couple miles?
How many miles did Nobu say? It was, what,
It's like
3,
3
maybe?
miles. Nore
Come
looks
on.
at Tyr and Nore says, "You're the ranger. Since when is 3 miles too much for you?" And Tyr just looks at Nore. "I was looking at this like a vacation." "Fine." And he just...
And this is a little nature walk in a well-protected druid's
Y-
grove.
"You and I have different ideas of a vacation." And he begins heading towards the door. It's the same shit I would do every other day of my life. And he walks out the door.
Lorna follows after him and she's like, I don't know if this will sweeten the deal, but in the location we're headed to, there's a portal to the Beastlands.
No!
We're not going through it. We're just looking. We're actually not allowed to go through it.
Tyr like stops and looks at you. Why? Wait,
Why,
no.
why aren't we
is
allowed
there
to?
no? Why is there a portal to the Beastlands out here?
She just kind of gestures broadly. Druid's grove?
Whatever. And he begins to walk, and you hear Anscombe behind you say, "Man, maybe Tyr chose the wrong course of study."
Profession, right? Yeah.
Tyr just holds up a finger as he's walking. Had that much trouble with walking? Maybe you, I don't know. There's a cavalier course. We ride a horse all the time.
I think he's the shipping kind, the seafarer lot.
Ah, so you'd rather something else do all the moving for you?
Mm-hmm.
I've had quite enough. He's far enough ahead. I don't know. I think it's a good point. Tyr just kind of smolders. And
Just getting roasted.
Yeah. As he's like walking, you can hear him muttering, like, "Is it too much to ask for just a little bit of downtime? Not, every moment of every day being on one's feet. Is that too much to beg for?"
I've heard it's a beautiful spot. Maybe we could relax there.
Yeah, it's just relaxing after a 3-mile hike out to it. That's fine. And he just leads the way. I'm rolling survival for him. A grumpy survival. Okay. With the Galdring as your first intention, and now that you and your party are welcome within the Rimwood, within the Verdant Circle's realm of influence, it's a completely different experience of traveling. The forest, instead of being foreboding and dark and difficult to navigate, it is pretty. It's comfortable. As you and your party are making your way out through the forest, it's scenic, actually. You still see
walk.
Yeah, you still see the druidic influences out off of like the path that you're walking, but it's no longer dismal or scary. There's no fog with illusions and strange voices whispering out to you. Instead,
And telling me to go fuck myself.
yeah, none of that. Not this time. This time, as you're walking, the path actually is laid clear, as if the roots of the trees and the underbrush are being pulled aside as Tyr is leading the way. And he kind of is watching all this happen, and he says, Druids are weird.
Not that we're complaining, right?
No, I didn't say that loud, did I? And Enscombe said, I heard you back here, so they heard you. Sorry. Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Love what you've done with the place.
Truly. Very green. And he just keeps walking. Well, I mean, can they really blame us? The first path was an absolute nightmare to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, there's no fear of us getting lost. Now I just wonder if we're being led to the right place. Do they know where we're going?
Yes, I asked for permission first.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Mhm.
Okay.
When in someone else's house, you tend to ask first.
I feel like that's a first for us. Maybe for
No.
you. Tyr kind of looks back at Anscombe.
I love how ready Anscombe is to just...
Yeah. And Tyr says, You're a little bit spicy today, aren't you, Anscombe? And Anscombe just shrugs. I'm just calling it like I see it.
There, boys. It's only a 3-mile hike.
Well, I don't feel like And Tyr keeps walking. I need you to roll me a d4.
Okay. Dose.
Hold on. Okay. As you're walking, you see a few things that stand out to you. As the roots are being pulled away, and you get the impression, firstly, that this is not like a settled trail, or at least if it is, it was a long time ago, because it really does look as though someone is just reaching across the soil and pulling all the roots and vines away so that there's a clear path. But this does not look like a game trail or a settled path or a wagon trail. It doesn't look like anything like that. It looks impromptu and magical in its creation. And as you see that, you then realize maybe it was here. It's just been covered for a long time, because off to your right, you see a shrine. A small one. It is a shrine of Luminos.
Oh.
You know it
Well.
immediately because of the symbol on the.
Laura kind of like fiddles with the staff in her hands, and she kind of ducks her head, and she's like, nice to see you here.
You don't hear a reply, but the shrine looks really well tended. And it is made of cobblestone that is set in a large square, and it has like these two beams that hold up a roof over the shrine. So it's like a small piece of shelter out here in the woods that look like they've never been tended except for this one spot.
Giving Shinto vibes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The only note is that within the shrine, as you're walking by, you see there is a single, like, pane of glass set into the roof of this shrine.
Mm-hmm.
That, based on its angle and how smart you are, you can tell the moon would pass in its orbit right over that glass pane.
That's cool. Maybe I'll check it out later when it's night.
Maybe. That's what you roll as you continue on. You really do make good time. It's clear when the forest is on your side, a 3-mile hike is actually quite pleasant. It doesn't ever actually even feel like you're going uphill or downhill. It's just, which is not possible. You are for certain climbing elevation and reducing it, but it doesn't feel like it. It just feels as though you're passing through a beautiful forest that is taking care of you. When you crest a hill, which is just as bizarre because you don't feel like you've climbed a hill, but you crest a hill and you see a clearing out ahead of you. And you're a little alarmed because it can't have been 3 miles already. But in the clearing, you see a stone ring. surrounded with smaller stones. And the
Lorna
ring
points.
glows with blue energy.
There it is.
Oh. It was only like 30 minutes.
Maybe the chain.
Maybe. Okay. And
Ask and you shall receive. A night's nature walk.
I guess so. And your party is all kind of a little quiet and observant. Maybe even a little respectful, as this ring of stone with the blue glowing portal that you know leads to the Beastlands is exactly the same, if a little more mossy, than it was in your vision.
Ooh, there it is.
What do you do?
Lorna's gonna kind of trace her memory back of the specific ceremony and kind of imagine laid out before her all the people that were there and where they were and where she stood and where Malcolm stood and the decorations. And she's just kind of quietly and thoughtfully walking around that space and just kind of putting all the pieces together.
As you replay where you were standing, or rather where Adora was standing, and you were looking through her eyes in that memory, you hear in your mind, "We're back here."
Yes, I hope that this isn't a bad thing for you.
No. This was the happiest day of my life. And I would like to know your passive investigation score, if you don't mind.
18.
18?
I'm a wizard.
I forgot. Okay, roll me investigation.
Okay. Oh, that's not fair. I'm gonna use my Vicar boon.
Okay.
Come on, Vicar. Wow, okay. Is this worth Echo? Is this worth my inspo reroll?
That's up to you.
Yes.
Okay, roll it.
Oh my god.
That's a 13 total with the Vicar boon.
With a 13.
Unless I get to reroll the Vicar boon.
Yeah, you do. You inspired it.
Oh.
It's same with advantage. You roll it again.
Come on. 14.
14.
What? Seriously? Gods above and below? Really? All right.
It's okay. As you play that memory over in your head, you catch something. A smell. It was in your memory. It was rich in your memory. The smell of Corinthians. The flower. Malcolm's favorite flower. And as that aroma wafts into your senses, they're coming from somewhere. Somewhere opposite you, as you're standing where Adora was.
Can she kind of try to parse out where she follows it?
If you follow it, yeah, roll me perception.
Okay.
19.
You follow the scent, and as you look in the tree opposite the Galdring, like opposite your side of the Galdring, maybe 30 feet away, you're pretty sure the aroma is coming from the tree. It's very subtle. But when you face that tree, you smell it, and when you turn, it goes away.
Can she look more closely at the tree? Is there?
Yeah, you approach it?
Is she aware of what? Like, they're a flower, right?
Yeah.
Not a bush or
It's
like
it's
would they grow
specifically
on
a
a
flower.
tree or near a tree?
No, they generally grow like wildflowers on the ground. So the fact
So
that this
this
is
is
coming out of a tree is odd.
Is there a hole or a notch or something she could find?
As you look at the face of the tree looks remarkably old. Like this tree's been here for hundreds of years. As you look close, you see the bark of the tree has grown over something.
If she touches it, is it solid?
It's bark, so it's solid, but it's not like tough. Like you can peel it away. This old tree has been here for a very long time. It's old growth, and as you kind of put your fingers into the bark, you feel something hard beneath the bark.
I don't want to damage the tree. Does she think she can, like, her fiddling with it will harm it?
No.
Then she will continue to fiddle.
Okay. You fiddle with the tree. So you kind of like pull at the bark a little bit to see what might be underneath it, and as you do, the bark yields. It's soft and wet. It has been raining lately. You see underneath the bark something shiny and black.
Ooh.
As if there's a stone or something behind the bark. Something that is not part of the tree, clearly.
She's just gonna, her eyes are gonna flash gold. She's using her Eldritch Sight magic.
Yes. You see
kind?
there is magic. I need to look up what kind of magic this is. Hold on. Hold on. It is illusion magic. Old illusion magic. As if it's been there for a very long time. It is not an illusion, but the school of magic on this stone is illusion, and it looks like it might be provoked into working because it's been dormant for so long.
Like if I touch it, it will do something?
Maybe. It might require some arcane energy.
Some fiddling. Okay, so she will pluck it out.
You pull this black stone out, and it's a simple, it looks like an onyx gemstone, but it has been roughly carved into the shape of a bird.
Oh.
Of a nightingale.
She'll kind of hold it in her open hands and think to Lily, does this look familiar to you?
Lily pauses for a moment. Where did you find that?
In this tree right here.
As soon as you reach out to Lily, you suddenly hear, coming from the stone, my dearest Adora, if you are hearing this, then you have returned to the grove without me. I feared this moment, yet I knew it was always possible. The paths we walked were never meant to be easy, though nothing in this world ever is. But if hardship was the price of our love, I would pay it 1,000 times over. With you, I flew. You filled my wings with wind, my soul with fire, and my world with color. I have seen the vast darkness that life can hold, and yet, with you, I beheld a brilliance that no shadow could ever dim. If I could change our fate, I would not change a moment, only that I cannot hold you again. Here, where we bound our souls, I ask you not to grieve what is lost, but to cherish what was. When I looked upon you, I saw a beauty that no force of nature could rival. You, my Adora, were the rhythm of my heart, and in every breath we shared, we beat as one. As I speak these words, I cannot fathom the agony of losing you. My only comfort is knowing that should you stand here again, you will never be alone. In the sweet scent of every Corinthian, in the call of every nightingale, I am with you. This grove, this family will hold you as I once did. Let them love you as I did, as I do. They see you as I do. A soul once lost, found, and that should be allowed to flourish. I know the drive you possess, and my mother certainly does too. My family welcomes you as my sole partner, and will, always. I've left something for you, a final gift. Where the moon's silver light falls across the Galdring beneath the soil, you will find it. Since I cannot place it in your hands, you must claim it for yourself. Let it guard you, as I no longer can. For I know you, my love. You will take matters into your own hands, as you always have. With you, I touch the heavens, and in all the vastness of eternity I know this. I would rather have lived one fleeting lifetime on Nth by your side than an eternity without you. And if, as you hear this, you still do not know the depths of my adoration for you, then I have not spoken enough. If you do doubt, then I will bequeath whatever eternity I have found to tell you once more, and to kiss you once again. Forever yours, Malcolm.
Oh no.
You hear in your mind just weeping.
Well, if you think Lorna isn't too, then you're stupid. Bro. Did that play, like, out?
That was out loud. Everybody heard that. As
Yeah,
that
I think
was
Lorna's
playing,
just, like,
everybody's
sitting
looking.
in the dirt, just holding this thing in her hands. Oh.
Eventually you hear Lily just say, I'm a monster.
No. You made it right. We came back and we made it right.
I couldn't just be at peace.
You still can be, or we're gonna do it.
If he left something for me, you must have it.
I'll find it. We just have to wait a little bit. He said the moon. We have to come back at night.
There is no response.
Lorna, like, wipes her face.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
that was a lot.
it's okay.
Yeah. I know.
Come here.
Melts on him.
Yeah. Anscombe just holds you. At least until you catch your breath. But probably much longer.
There's something here. Gods, what did it say? Something silver light of.
She'll look at, the party members. What did it say?
Nore says, Where the moon's silver light falls across from the Galdring beneath the soil.
She'll point at the circle, the stone arch. That's the Galdring.
She looks up at it, and you do see there is a clear point on the Galdring, this pyramid on top of the stone archway, that you imagine, if the moon was shining down on it in the right place, would create a shadow that points to a spot somewhere.
I guess I'll be here this evening to wait for that moment to happen. To find what he left.
Okay. Everyone is just there. It's like that awkward situation where everyone like feels really bad about what they've heard, but they don't really know what to do, except for
She kind of
Anscombe.
dusts herself off. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see the place. I didn't think there'd be anything particular here.
Looks like it was here a while.
Uh-huh. Waiting.
You notice the stone does smell of Corinthians. Pretty
She's gonna-
powerfully.
Tuck that in her pocket.
Okay.
Good nature walk, guys.
Yeah, that was great. Is Adora okay?
Lorna just kind of makes a.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
What time of day is it still?
It's pretty early. It's like just shy of noon, I think.
Man. I'm sorry. You all don't have to stay here if you don't want to. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave until nightfall.
I brought cards. Be a nice place for a picnic, huh?
Did you bring food too? That's kind of the more important part for a picnic.
I always have food. What do you take me out for? Not a ranger?
She'll kind of look at everybody else. Well,
Lilith looks around at the place. I mean, is something going to come through that portal?
I don't think Nolu would have said it was okay for us to see it if it was just going to release massive creatures at any given moment.
There's like a long pause. And Nore, who is looking around the area, she's not even like facing you guys. She's looking at the portal and out at the woods around it, and she says, "This place hurts of history.
Mhm.
I'd like to stay here.
Please, you're more than welcome to.
It gives me ideas. Especially after hearing that. All this was caused because she came back looking for a way to save him. And he left that in case he got, but she didn't find it.
Lorna just nods. Yeah, that's the sum of it.
So because she didn't find it, do you think if she had found it, she would have stayed?
I don't know.
Shit's heartbreaking. I'm going to write a story about this. And Nore sits down with her lyre and, like, sets the lyre flat on her lap and has, like, parchment on top of it and is, like, scribbling something down.
Yeah, sure. Stay as long as you want. I'm certain the woods will lead you back into town proper if you don't want to be here. Or decide you want to go some other time.
I'm staying.
Okay.
I'm staying. Also, if someone followed us out here, we need to be together, so.
That's true. Okay, picnic. Impromptu picnic.
Yeah! And Tier, like, opens up his coat and he pulls out basically like a bunch of rations. And he says, let me get a fire going. We'll see if we can make this potable.
Okay. Maybe I'll find some fruit in a tree. I can fly, you know.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
I mean, you're full of them. And as that happens, your party all kind of like gathers around, and not immediately in front of the Galdring, but in the clearing on like the half moss covered stones. And it is beautiful out here. And you said, do you go flying looking for fruit?
Yes, but can you pause real quick?
Yes, a moment. Okay, so you consider flying and looking for fruit to have in your picnic.
She also wants to get kind of a higher vantage point and see if that tower Adora built is still there.
Sure. As you ascend, you hear, I'm so sorry.
I know you are.
Had I known, I was alone for so long. I never came back to here, to the Galdring. I never came back here. I wanted to. I was afraid I couldn't handle it. I was afraid of what I might remember. My fear kept me from finding such a important thing.
But we found it.
We did. And I'm
Finally.
grateful. If I had come back to Nolu and the Verdant Circle, as he wished, on his terms, I might have been able to accept it. I don't know. But I let my love turn into an obsession. And as such, I was alone. I might have ruined the world because of it. I'm so sorry.
I know.
You did not deserve this.
But I'm here now. And so are you. And we're going to do everything we can. And that's all we can do.
I am so grateful for you.
You might not accept it, but I'm grateful for you too.
I will help you with whatever I can. Whenever I can.
Where was your tower, Lily?
4 miles east of the Galdring.
Turn to find that direction.
Roll an investigation.
$15.
You do see there is,
Oh shit.
nestled amongst the trees, overgrown with vines and moss, an ancient stone tower.
I can't believe it's still standing.
It's, well, it is likely full of dust and Perhaps a wild bear, but
You don't think there's anything there?
nothing that would have survived this long. I did not enchant it to withstand the ages. It was a temporary measure while we stayed in the grove.
Like a honeymoon suite.
Exactly.
I just thought if there was anything there, it might be worth looking, but
I doubt it.
personal affects. Okay.
I carried most of them with me.
I realize probably a lot of the more personal things are with the sacrarium.
Yes. Everything I had of Malcolm's was in the sacrarium. It was an attempt to try and bind him to this plane.
At the very least, we can get that stuff back.
It would be
Find it a
preserved.
more suitable place. That's on the list. I'm up here for peaches, though.
I warn you, now that I am of more cogent memory, the sacrarium is defended by several iron golems, as well as a crystal construct. So,
Like the one that we faced. Oh, with the fuck. The big ball, the magic ball.
yes,
Mythalar. Yes.
yes,
Like that?
just like that.
We didn't even fight that. Hushen held it off.
Yes,
Okay.
you can see it was an inspired idea.
You don't think it had listened to its former master, do you?
Its former master is dead.
So there's no passphrase.
No. While you are close to me, your magical signature is not the same.
I see. Then we'll just have to prepare.
Yes. There are tricks, though. Thunder magic is very potent.
Good to know. I will stock up in advance. Well, we have plenty of time for that. There's not really a time limit there.
Yes, that is on your own time, but I suspect the contents of that sacrarium will be required if we are to set my husband's soul to rest.
Then it will be done. And then yours, of course.
Once he is put to peace, I do not think anything in this world will keep me here.
That's the plan then.
I suppose, in a way, one might see this whole situation as a strange roundabout way of making a revenant.
You never did things in the orthodox way.
No, and I've been cursing myself for it since I've thought back. And you... Well, when we do go to Tuscal Lane to find the sacrarium, we will be ready.
Yes. Absolutely ready.
Perhaps we can sort out a way to unlock my own magic for you, at least for a moment.
We can practice.
The theory is if we can pull that off, we might be able to use that to disarm one of those defenses.
We'll think about it. We'll do plenty of research. We'll be prepared.
Have you ever seen a manual of golem creation?
Has she?
No. They're legendary items.
No, I imagine well above my current pay grade.
I needed 4 of them. to create those defenses.
Oh.
You
Right.
understand the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I feel more determined than ever to right these mistakes. I wish I'd gone back.
We're here now.
We are here now, and whatever it is he left for you, for me, it is yours.
Ours.
Well, it won't do me any good.
We don't know that. Don't know what it is.
Well, true, but I'm dead and a soul stuck to your head. So, unless it is a phantasmal hat, it won't do me much good.
I just have a quick question.
Anything?
Do you think Malcolm would have liked me?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He would have seen you as the daughter he could not have.
That's kind of how I feel about you and him.
I so wish that could have been a reality. For one thing, I would not have raised you to be quite as so incompetent as Remus has. The fool.
Lorna kind of balks at the strong use of the word incompetent.
I would have taught you that there is more to strength than just of mind.
Yeah, he didn't want me self-sufficient that way.
He didn't want you to be able to defend yourself.
No. Seems not.
I would kill him, had I the body.
It may be in the cards yet.
I know you likely won't be able to. I understand. He cared for you for a long time. But I feel as though he's done you wrong. Ill-prepared you for a world not welcoming. Perhaps it is the drow in me. But there is no greater evil a mother can do, or a father can do, than to ill-prepare their children for the world that waits them. And he did not prepare you at all, assuming you were just a vessel. He could not see that you were your own person, a person of worth and brilliance and beauty.
I still might be able to convince him of that. That's what I'm hoping.
Why?
Sentimentality, maybe.
It must be deeper than that, if you mean that.
He's the only dad I knew.
If you wish to keep him alive, you will have to convince him of the same lesson that I've just learned. Obsession is not love. It is a two-edged sword. If
I don't know how I'm going to do that.
You must tell him if he loves me, he must see you for you, and the pieces of me that are in you, but also who you are. And if he can see that, if he can accept that, and be rid of this foolish idea that I would return to him after having perished finally, if he can accept that, then perhaps he can be a father. Not one you deserve, but if it's one that you want, one that he acted as. I can accept that. For it's your choice.
Well, my only plan right now on dealing with him is being prepared and talking to him and seeing if they'll listen.
There are honey lemons on that tree.
Oh, she looks down.
Yeah. You see these large, ripe, almost like inverted pear-shaped fruits that are hanging from various trees in this copse of all other kinds of trees.
She'll swoop down.
All I care about now is that you have your own life. You choose to help me settle mine, and I appreciate it. You choose to accept him back into yours, and I accept that. But
Only if he deserves it.
I will come back from the dead to end him if he abuses you.
I wouldn't let it happen. I won't. Not
This-
anymore.
Good. These are the sort of judgments you're going to have to make when you meet him.
You're right.
I will
He
be
gets
here.
one chance.
If, and I need you to understand, if he overpowers you, I'm going to take control, and I'm going to kill him. Even if it ends me. Because I care more for you than I do my binding to this world.
Big Lorna's picking honey lemons and she's crying again. Damn it. Okay. I accept that.
Good. And that's all Lily says.
A bunch of honey lemons and she'll fly back to the party with just red eyes, tears on her face.
What happened? Did it play more sad stuff at you?
No, these are just really good honey lemons.
Oh, you're such a bad liar.
Uh,
He helps you land. Tier, looks at me and says, "These are good honey lemons.
right.
These are wild ones. Where'd you find these?"
I found a tree.
All right. Well, we can make some excellent sandwiches with these. You fry them up real good, they get nice and smooth and mallow.
Like a durian?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know.
Do you just have an out-of-world experience?
yeah. Whew, okay, enough of this. She'll clap her hands to her cheeks.
Anscombe grips your hands and pulls them away from your face. He presses a thumb to your cheek and wipes a tear away, and he says, "Darling, whatever it was that has you crying, it's gonna be okay."
I know. I do. I know. It will be.
Good. Because you're here now, with us.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, these smell amazing. So look forward to that. Okay? Take your mind off it.
Mm-hmm.
She'll actually look. Is Skolna even in sight?
Yeah. Skolna is sitting crisscross applesauce, across the clearing from the Galdring. She has... One dagger is hilt down in the dirt, and she has been balancing her other daggers on top of it.
Like cairnstones,
Yeah.
but with daggers. She'll look at Skolna and say, "It's been a minute since I've practiced my dexterity. Could you help me?"
Skolna looks up at you, shrugs and then nods.
Okay. Nora's obviously still probably working on music.
Yeah, she is. She's got
And-
several parchments on the grass around her, and she's writing more. She does not even look up.
Yeah, I'm sure Skolna is perfectly capable of imparting some dexterous wisdom onto Lorna. And there's these little stones here. If it's not disrespectful to the site, we can use them for balance training.
Sure, you totally can try.
Which would be really funny because Lorna will eat so much shit.
Yeah, she will. And unlike with the Maryguard's training room, there's no soft landings here.
Every hurt is a lesson.
Yeah. Skolna will run you through some drills. And Skolna is very quiet. But that does not mean she's not good at conveying her intention. So, I'm going to roll for Skolna, and that will determine what you roll. Hold on. Okay. She rolled a dirty 20. All right. I need you to roll me an acrobatics at advantage.
Ooh. Oh, it's only +1.
Yeah.
Claudia's is +14.
Well, this isn't Claudia. This is Lorna.
Oh, yes! 17!
17. In stark contrast to how the rest of this little adventure has gone, Skolna is a creature of unique focus. And whenever you make a mistake, which is only a few times, Skolna throws a dagger.
Oh. Ah!
You take 2 points of slashing damage over this exercise. Just a lot of little nicks where...
That's a solid motivator.
Yeah. Skolna's way of teaching is brutal but effective. She doesn't say anything. She shows you what you are to do, and then when you start doing it, she moves your body with her hands into the right positions. And when you start making mistakes, just a dagger right by you. And some of them are close enough to nick, and it hurts. But Skolna seems unapologetic about it. As
Lorna takes it as well as she can. She's not like indignant. She's just like, yes, ma'am.
over this period of time, I need you to roll me a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. Ugh. Brain damage. 11.
This is a unique method of training for Lorna.
Very hands-on.
However, Skolna does manage to convey to you the point of balance and controlling your center of gravity. Please, if you would not mind, make a note of 28 points toward dexterity.
Okay. I'm assuming you won't tell me of.
Oh, what's your current dexterity right now?
A 12.
Did you have any points toward it before?
No.
Okay, you're at 28.
The last time I worked for dexterity, I managed to hit the cap and make it from an 11 to 12. So
right, so you're flat and now you're at 28.
Dexterity. Okay. Great.
You spend the afternoon basically training Skolna, interrupted in the middle with food.
Yay.
From Tier. Okay. He's a ranger. That makes sense. Hold on. Rolling. Okay. He makes he softens hardtack by frying it in bacon grease. It becomes like this soft yet crispy bread, and then he makes these bizarre hard cheese and honey lemon sandwiches that the mellow flavor of the honey lemon and the sharp, almost tangy flavor of the cheese complement each other remarkably well. These sandwiches are delicious, and he makes a bunch of them, and all of them are eaten. You and every member of your party gains 18 temporary hit points.
Good job, Tier.
You rolled super well. As he's eating his third sandwich, he's like, couldn't have done it without these honey lemons. I have got to know where that tree was. That was fucking delicious.
Lorna will point in the general direction she came from.
All right, you flew. Wonder if Liza will grab him for me.
Probably. If you're nice.
She kind of has a mind of her own. I'm actually... Can I confess?
Yes?
I don't
Of
know
course.
if Liza and I kind of have a good working relationship.
Oh,
She's
Are you
not,
worried?
well, she's not from this plane, so
Mhm.
there's lots of things that don't translate well. And also, just, I feel like I might be better off if I looked into maybe a fantastical creature that was native to the prime material.
Here? I appreciate you being honest with me and to yourself. Truly. If that's how you feel,
Lorna kind of looks at the Galdring.
What?
that's the portal to the Beastlands.
All right.
I just, what
If
other
I'm
chance?
gonna do it, I should do it here now while we have this.
You should just convey your feelings and see how she feels.
All right. He looks a little sad.
She'll
see.
put her hand around his shoulder and just kind of rub his arm.
What's that?
Comfort?
Oh. All right.
Normally you're the one giving it. You can get it,
Okay. And then Tier kind of sadly moves away towards the edge of the clearing. And he sits on one of these stone that once was a pillar. It's long since been broken. He sits on it and just kind of concentrates.
Lorna's sad for him too. Just, sometimes the first fit isn't perfect.
Yeah?
I might help you.
Oh my god.
Can I help you?
You watch over the next 10 minutes, Tier, is sitting there. And then the massive form of Liza, this large, four-winged bird-like creature, comes down and lands in front of him. It's almost like hawk-like face looking him in the eye. And it's clear Tier is thinking at this bird because the bird is tilting. And then I'm going to roll.
Okay.
Okay. Tier's head droops.
Mm-hmm.
The bird creature, Liza, gives a soft, strange bird-like chirrup. It rests its neck and head on Tier's shoulder for a moment, and then it takes off and flies through the portal.
Lorna will go over to where Tiara is and sit next to him and just kind of lean her head on his shoulder.
She wasn't happy. She was just here for me. And he's crying.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear.
Me too.
But she will be happy again. And so will you, of course.
Yeah. I wish she would have told me. But I should have been able to read it.
Sometimes we can see and we choose not to. Because it's hard.
Yeah. Fuck me. Is there something about this place that just makes everybody cry?
Maybe. Listen, we're gonna find you someone that's perfect for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Maybe
give it a
something
little
a little
time.
smaller. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I told that stupid bird everything.
I'm sure your secrets are safe with her.
They're not. She's gonna tell her kids. She told me.
Oh, she'll just kind of ruffle his hair.
Today sucked. It's not even halfway
Tomorrow's-
over.
Tomorrow's a nice feast.
Great. Druid food.
Yeah, but there's probably going to be some pretty people there.
So?
They're nice to look at.
Right, I'm sorry. I guess I'm not in the mood for people watching.
Or banter.
That's when you know something's wrong, right?
Is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
A hug would be nice.
Should we just squeeze?
He sniffles over your shoulder. Okay.
I know you've been having a rough one.
Yeah, if you could be nice to me for a little bit, that would be nice. Just maybe a day or two.
Shut up. I'm
Okay.
always nice.
No, you're not.
Listen, I feel like recently it's like everything else in you are out of step. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like what you think and what you do and what your intentions are just not being understood by the people around you.
Yeah, I feel that sometimes.
And that makes me sad.
It's hard to stay confident when it feels like everything's a mistake.
One of the smartest things I ever did was let you into my life.
I said be nice to me, not poke fun at me.
I'm serious.
That doesn't speak a lot for your life, Lorna.
Just kind of lightly whacks him on the back of the head.
Okay, right. Goes both ways. No. I'll never forget that day when that fox demon started, well, yelling at you. You looked so scared. You looked like... You looked like a deer that was being hunted. Only you just learned that you were deer and what hunting was.
And you didn't even know me, and you still wanted to help me.
How could I not? I couldn't just stand by.
Right. Let this poor dumb deer get eaten.
Yeah. More than that, I mean, no, I didn't know you, but I'd heard, you speak enough to know that you weren't a bad person. I didn't think you deserved to have this giant devil fox thing eat you, or whatever was going to happen. Honestly, it's one of the few times in my life that the infernal studies had ever actually paid off.
I was really surprised to hear you knew it. I thought I was being so clever.
No one ever speaks that. No one ever talks about it.
Gee. More people in this group speak Infernal than not.
Yeah. I kind of understand for Lilith, right? That's part of the heritage.
Skolna.
Yeah.
Same deal. Listen.
Well, Skolna doesn't really speak.
Lorna just kind of thinks briefly about Skolna, and then Tier moves quickly past that.
Listen, off the topic of linguistics, I don't think you realize the effect you have on this group and how much the people in it love you. But they do.
No, I do realise that. I love everybody here. There's not one of you idiots that I wouldn't lay down my life for. Even Lilith has. She's a little prickly, but she'd go to bat for any one of us. And I don't really understand why. I guess I don't need to.
I guess she just thinks we're worth it.
I guess. Nora will too, even though I pissed her right off. Oh, I fucked that one up.
Listen, it's gonna take a little time, but you know,
I'm just
everyone in this group cares about you.
Look, if there's one thing I've learned lately, especially about this group, is I'm not trying to romance any one of you. It's been a mistake every time. I'm just
Lorna
gonna
just kind of. Sorry, there's not in my.
roll a deception.
nose.
It's Tier, dude.
Oh no, I rolled really bad.
As he says
Plus
that,
11,
and that
I rolled a
happens,
3.
yeah. As he says that, and you make that noise, he says, like, I'm not going to romance. Oh. What, Lorna?
Nothing.
No. I've seen your keep a secret face thousands of times. You know something that I should know but don't. Clearly.
But do you remember when you had that moment today and you were like, I think I realized something. I need to think about it. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments for me. And then you said, do you trust me? And I said, yes. So I'm going to say, do you trust me? And you're going to say,
I see your point. And yeah, I trust you. All right. If it becomes important, please tell me, all right?
always.
I need to mourn my bird.
Do you want to be alone?
No. I never want to be alone. That's the problem.
Do you want to play cards?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay, come on.
He, like, wipes his face and sniffles. Gets off the stone.
Bro, you've made me cry like 3 times. Ugh! My face hurts.
Sorry. It's a lot of things that were coming up the pipe. As he turns and he sees the rest of the party, he says, all right. Today's been garbage. Who wants to play cards? And
For real money.
no.
For a little bit of money.
Okay, we can play it for coppers, all right? I'm not spending no money.
Strip poker.
We can play it for coppers and stripping, but we're not spending any more money than we have to.
I cannot wait for the Nightingales to play strip poker at the Galdring.
It's a good distraction, apparently, as the party all seems to be mildly amused at the idea of strip poker at the Galdring. You have a picnic, you cry a lot, and you play poker at the Galdring. Does Lorna try to win?
I mean, to the best of her like intellect, I think she puts in some effort. She wants to be not the loser. I want to know who is the butt naked one and who's the one wearing all the clothes. It's probably gonna be Skolna.
So here's the question for you.
Yeah.
Tier offers 2 games. Strip poker, or just poker, basically. Or Draco Rummy, which is... it's a more strategic game. So where poker is a game about deceiving and bluffing, Draco Rummy is about tactics and thinking ahead.
Listen, I would be fantastic at both of those. Do they both involve getting naked?
Because you declared strip poker, yes.
Yes.
Losers of each round have to remove an article of clothing.
What's the role for the first one and what's the role for the second one?
The role for poker is charisma. The role for rummy is intelligence.
I think I honestly might be better at the charisma because I have a plus 11 to my deception, but only a plus 8 to my investigation.
Okay. Then, do you declare
Poker.
strip poker? Okay.
Strip poker.
Everybody's going to roll,
Yeah.
and you're going to roll
Skolna's
as well.
Poker face, though, I'm sure is literally unbeatable.
Skolna is
Whew.
yes. Skolna is.
Skolna's not
insane.
going to lose a piece of clothing.
I need everybody to roll deception.
Okay. 29.
Okay. And then one more.
Noah's gonna like check in on Lorna and be like, "Why are you all naked?" Our holy site.
It's a druid's grove. People are naked everywhere all the time.
That's true. Lorna thought this was the fastest way to get everyone to stop crying.
It seems to be working. Okay, based on the first round, I now need you to roll an insight check.
Okay. 24.
24. You can't read Skolna.
Fair enough.
You also cannot read Norre.
Fair enough.
You beat everybody else.
Ha.
So Anscombe, Tier, and Lilith all lose an article of clothing.
Lorna just claps with delight.
Next. All right, hold on. I need another d20 here, because doing this with that is a pain. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Next, I need you to roll me another deception check.
Okay. 23.
23. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is Skolna's. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. And then I need you to roll me an insight check.
Oh, not good. 12.
Okay. You're pretty sure you see through Norre? You're not sure? You see through Tier. Skolna's impossible.
I never expected anything else.
Yep. This time Lilith is also good enough.
Poor Anscombe.
I need you. Yeah, Anscombe. He rolled a. Anscombe
This
is.
poor guy.
Anscombe has lost his trousers at this point. He's just sitting there in his underwear.
Lorna's clapping.
As you're playing Anscombe, like at this round, he's like, "It's a good thing I don't have self-esteem issues." Just
Yeah.
looking around at everybody while he's almost naked, just has like his
Lorna
underclothes
pats
on.
his big green back.
Thanks. Lilith is sitting next to him, like, just with a bra. And she's like, I get it.
They're both ripped to shit.
Yeah, they're both buff as hell. Yeah. They're like the
Lorna's
most
sweating
fit.
profusely, and
They're
she's
the
still wearing all her clothes.
Your deception was a 23. Yeah. Okay. All right. One more round.
Oh, not a great deception. 15.
Okay. Anscombe runs out of clothes. All
Lorna's
right.
just very amused.
Mm-hmm. He like sheepishly puts down his cards and he says, "That means I'm out, right?"
You can still sit there and look pretty if you want.
I mean, I don't want to stand up or everybody's just going to see my dingling, so I'm just going to sit right here. And Lilith like chuckles and Tier says, "She's seen it enough."
What about the rest of you? She just kind of looks at the rest of the group.
Lilith like then looks at you and says, "Oh, I don't need to see that. I'm good." You stay there, big guy. Okay, and then so Anscombe rolled on that one. Please roll
buddy.
insight, if you don't mind.
Really good. 27.
With a 27, you see through Norre, who
Yes!
she like throws her cards and starts pulling off her shirt.
Lorna whistles.
As that happens, Tier calls your bluff.
Oh no.
So Lorna You gotta shred something.
Lorna power moves and takes her pants off first.
Tier says, dealer's choice, that's fine. Okay. That's what happens that round. Skolna still is untouched.
Mm-hmm. Sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Does it look like she's at least amused if I can potentially insight check her?
With your 27 insight, she has a small smirk on her face.
Yeah.
She looks like she's having a good time.
I'm glad she's having a good time. It's so important to me.
Okay. Roll deceptions.
I'll get bad again. 16.
Okay.
Oh, these are not great rolls.
Okay. Roll insight.
22.
You see through Tier. Lilith sees through you.
Throws
Come
her
on.
cards down.
That's right.
Top
Off
comes
with
off.
it.
She's like, it's cold out here now.
It sure is. She like looks at you and waggles her eyebrows and says, "We can tell."
Lorna just kind of pulls her bangs in front of her face.
As you saying that, Tier like is shrugging off his own trousers, and he's like, all right, I'm right behind you, big guy. And he's down to his underwear as well. Let's see who else resolves. That's it, I think. Okay, another round of deceptions. Oh,
21.
fuck.
That's better.
Okay, roll insights.
23.
23. You see right through Lilith immediately. Which
Lorna
means...
just
Oh, fuck. Ow.
Just a little shoulder shimmy.
She throws her cards down. Lilith's naked, sitting right next to Anscombe.
Lorna's clapping,
Yeah. Drink it in.
hooting, hollering.
Drink it in, why don't all of you? And as she says that, Tyr says, I might be a little bit. No one has a chance on Skolna. Okay. It's like a 31. Hold on. What was your insight? A 23? Okay. You think you caught something on Nore, but you're not sure you matched. So that's a push. All right. But you were not seen through, which is good, because one more and you were out.
Yeah, she was out.
All right. Roll deceptions.
25.
Okay. Roll insight. Oh, shit.
27.
Okay. 27?
I rolled an 18.
27. You see something in Skolna. You catch Skolna's bluff. Her face, which went from a smirk, just full frown.
Start with your boots.
She like looks at you and scowls, and then begins pulling off her vest, as everybody else did. Apparently,
the most I've ever seen Skolna undress.
Yeah. As she pulls off the vest, all of you see she is covered in tattoos. Like a rich,
a whistle.
like a rich black webwork of tattoos all over her torso.
Like Lorna had seen the arm tattoo she got.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to see more.
She has a lot.
She does like a very polite golf clap. Wow.
Someone's like looking daggers at you as you saw through her deception.
She looks away very quickly.
As that happens, oh,
I did really good that round.
you also saw through Nore.
Lorna winks.
Enjoy it while you can. And she's out. That's Nore sitting there naked.
Clapping. More clapping. So it's Tier, Skolna, and Lorna?
That's it. That's the last 3 at the moment. Okay. Let me separate those dice out. All right. Deceptions.
What if I beat Skolna?
What if?
25.
Roll insight.
On. Terrible. 18.
Yeah. You don't see anything on Skolna. 25 is good, but you see through Tier's bluff.
Oh.
All right. Skip over. How's the grass? Is it wet? And it's just, yeah, it is. All right. It's cold. And he tears out. So it's just you and Skolna.
Does Skolna seem at all intrigued?
Roll.
I just gotta know.
With an 18 insight, you couldn't read through Skolna, so I'm going to say, like, you don't know.
All right. Well, maybe on the next round.
Okay. Deception.
Uh-huh.
It's you versus Skolna.
21.
Okay.
Probably see right through that.
Roll insight.
Yes! 27! Yes!
Well, she rolled a lot better this time, unfortunately, so you don't see anything in Skolna's. But she sees through you.
No!
She rolled a 24 on her insight.
Oh, Lorna stands proudly and just...
Yeah!
But I was second!
That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect you to hold on as long as you did. And Skolna just stands there, like, arms crossed across her bare torso, like, proudly with her leggings on, and she just... And then she says...
Lorna just bows to her.
As you bow, Skolna says, nice tits.
She is arms back over her chest. Okay, well that was fun. Maybe we should put some clothes on.
Skolna picks up the small pile of copper that she's won. I mean, really,
So
you're
worth it.
surprised. And then you can sacrifice 1 copper from your inventory.
Hard one.
Yep. Your party, having played a round of strip poker, and Skolna was the winner.
Shocking.
Yeah, no one's really surprised, but it was closer than I thought it would be.
I got a piece of clothing off of her.
You did. You saw Skolna's torso, covered in tattoos. All right. Well, the day is passing into the evening as you've been having a good time with your party out here in the Galdring. As this happens, Tier says, we're waiting for the moon to come out, right?
Yes, I believe that's what that line meant.
Well, I can't think of it meaning anything else. But,
Right.
I mean, if we're all just out here relaxing, it seems quite peaceful, considering. Maybe we set up, a tent and just relax. Rest for a while.
Sure. I mean, oh my God, is it the same day we fought those demons?
No, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Was that
I don't
today?
think so.
That was this morning.
Oh. Yeah, my spells are still tapped. Yeah, that was today. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit. Yeah.
What a day.
No wonder I'm tired. Yeah. I think a good nap is in order.
Mm-hmm.
So,
With someone on watch. Of course.
as you say that, you hear Anscombe say, I can take first watch. I'm doing okay.
Great. Thank you. Nice little nap in the meadow.
Not gonna lie, seeing everybody in their skivvies was rejuvenating.
Was it?
Yeah?
I agree.
It was a good trust exercise.
Bonding. Yes,
Mhm.
that's what I think it was. That's what my intention was when I pitched it.
I also didn't think I'd see anybody that had more scars than I did. And
Who's he looking at?
he's looking at Lilith as he says that, and Lilith says,
Yeah.
Well, sorry. And Anscombe's like, no, it's not.
Outscarred.
It's not a competition. I don't know. I hard won all mine, and every one of them sucked. So I imagine yours was the same story. And Lilith just nods. And, well, let's not get into any darker subjects again, because everybody's going to start crying all over again. And
Nope. No, and then we'll have to get naked again. It'll be crazy.
we could just get naked first and then start talking about it.
And then start crying.
Yeah. Do it in the other order. Maybe it gets easier. Your party
we'll
kind
nap
of
until the moon
settles in
comes out.
for... Yeah, okay. Are you intending to take a long rest? Which, if you take a long
How
rest
long?
at this point, when you finish your long rest, it'll be about midnight. Because it's
Well,
about
how long
4.
does she think it'll take for the moon to be in the appropriate, like if she does math
Roll me intelligence.
Okay.
Like a nature check, if you're proficient.
moon chart? Oh, I rolled really well. I'm not proficient. But my D20,
You're
my
pretty
intelligence check
sure.
was a 22.
You're pretty sure the moon will rise and then be in a position that you can extrapolate where it's going to point in about 3 hours.
She'll sleep until 3 hours.
Okay.
She won't wake anyone else up unless
Sure.
they need to be.
So you settle in. Everybody kind of settles down, gets comfortable with their bedrolls, and you all take a nap at the Galdring.
It's a nice place.
Roll me a D100, please.
Sure. $88.
At one point, while you're taking a nap, thousands of prismatic rainbow butterflies
Ooh.
out of the portal, out into the air.
Good thing it wasn't a dinosaur.
You could have rolled a dinosaur. You did not. You rolled a bunch of bugs. They come
pretty.
flying out of the circle, and at first you think they're butterflies, and you realize they're much too big to be butterflies. These are...
Well,
the rainbow illusion you're seeing is from a tightly, massed horde of dragonflies, and each of them is a different color.
ooh.
Anscombe, who's the one sitting on watch, he's caught by surprise, and he's just like, whoa! Ah. And your passive perception is enough that you wake up to see what he does, and it looks like he considers waking people up, but the dragonflies, fly up and out, and he's like, it's probably fine.
Lorna just kind of pats his leg from where she's laying and then rolls back over.
Okay. I'll take that as a yes. It's fine. And he just, sets the edge of his sword back on the ground and continues watching. Okay. You continue your nap. As you do, let's see here. I'm sorry, a moment, please. I have lost my thing. When you awaken, you are the only one awake. You see over the Galdring, as if peering through the night sky, a full moon that shines bright white light down into this clearing. Knowing the Druid Grove's connection to Luminos and their worship of the moon, you're pretty sure this is intentional. As the moon shines over the grove, you see it's rising as if ascending above the portal. As if that stone pyramid points in the direction the moon is going. Roll me investigation.
Okay. 22.
Needed a 20.
Oh.
You see a shadow cast by the Galdring across the stone meadow. It points directly opposite where the moon is rising. You see that the cobblestones are scattered and spread, and there's lots of places that are just flat soil and grass. The shadow with the point ends on one cobblestone that is right in the middle of all the others opposite the Galdring. It is not a particularly big cobblestone, and at a glance it does not look unlike any other cobblestone in the ground.
She would approach. It does look like something she can lift up.
It looks like it'll take some digging. It's been set into the ground for a long time.
I don't know if I have any tools. Why would I? A small knife.
That would do.
It's all right. Yes, she'll dig at it.
Okay. It takes time. But as the knife cuts into the soil, you feel the cobblestone becoming loose as the soil lets go of it. You don't know a whole lot about mortar work or brickwork, but you do know that when they are set into the ground, they are normally mortared into place. This one clearly is not. You cut and cut, and it takes like 10 to 15 minutes until finally it's loose enough that you can lift it out.
He does so.
As you do, beneath it, you see there is an old wooden box. It has been in the ground for a long time, and the wood is molding and wet and looks like it's barely intact.
Is there a lid?
Like, it's hard to tell. You're looking into a hole in the ground and you see just wood.
Can she lift it?
Yeah, you lift it out. It doesn't weigh very much. Maybe 10 pounds, which is maybe more than you expected when you first get your fingers around it. But when you lift it out, you feel like all the wood is like losing its integrity, and you can like, it almost like shifts and bends in your hands, and you thump it onto the stone in front of you. The only thing that is intact is one of the brass hinges is still solid, and there is what looked like a burn mark in the shape of a nightingale.
Can she take the lid off or open it?
At first, you don't know what you're looking at. At first, it just looks like white chain. When you lift it out, it is lightweight and flows over your fingers like the finest silk, but it feels like it's made of... Metal is the wrong word. It is soft in the way that it flows, but very hard to the touch. It's as if the finest and smoothest chainmail you've ever felt in your life. Each ring is tiny, but they're all white and gleaming, and nestled into the chest is a symbol that you recognize as druidic.
But I don't know what it says or means.
You don't speak druidic.
No, but we might know something.
Do you ask her?
Of course. She, Lily, are you looking at this with me?
I am now.
Do you know what the symbol means?
Yes. That's druidic for anew.
So hold up the armor?
It
Properly?
is. It's like a full shirt of very, very fine chain. It is cool to the touch of your fingertips. Not freezing, but it feels almost as if there is cool air flowing over your hands. And there is an unmistakable but subtle shine of moonlight off of the rings of the mail that seems to almost sparkle black and white.
This is for us.
This is what he's left for
Mhm.
you.
He said to protect you when he couldn't.
I've never seen anything like this.
I haven't either. I don't know what it is.
You
Could
must
identify it.
You must identify it.
I have.
A first level spell slot left that I can use to cast it.
Do you not have a staff that you can identify through?
Oh wait. Just staff do this.
Identify isn't one of its. It has detect magic and dispel magic.
Okay.
I'll use a spell slot.
All right. You learn it is Druidic Moon Chain.
Ooh.
It is very rare. It is a chain shirt. This beautiful chain shirt is made of fine links of mithril, which have been cleansed and tempered in the breath of an ancient dragon. The treatment has infused the armor with stable strands of the weave itself, granting the wearer resistance to radiant and necrotic damage. You gain
Wow.
+1 bonus to armor class while you wear this armor. You are considered trained with this armor even if you lack training with medium or heavy armor.
Ow.
It's a real item.
I
You can
found it.
look up Druidic Moon
I'm
Chain.
looking at it. Add equipment. Ooh, she'll put it on.
It slides
She's already been
on
naked
as-
in this grove once.
Yeah. It slides on as smooth as any fine silk shirt and shrinks to size.
And it doesn't need attunement. Huzzah! I had no. Oh, whoa! That's the highest my AC has ever been in my life. 15. That's impressive for me, bro. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Just a little twirl in the moonlight.
It fits impossibly well.
She just kind of pauses. I wish I could thank him.
I think he knows.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I know. You found. He's in the protection of Pyrrhus. But that must mean perhaps he can see.
I hope he can. He'll knows how hard you've been working to make things right.
He will keep you alive.
And you will too. Both of you.
It's the least I can do. My, this grove has certainly outfitted you, hasn't it?
She just kind of flips her hair over her shoulder. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Armor like that can protect you from even the worst of necromancies. I realize that might not be as such a threat now as it was in my day, but perhaps these sorts of things, they have a happenstance of creeping up, don't they?
They do. Seem to be exposed to it a lot.
There's one thing you can say about necromancers, is that they're ambitious, and they don't know when to give up.
Well, I'm not a necromancer, and I feel the same way.
One of my favorite jokes is saying how they would always make a family for themselves.
Ha ha. You're hilarious.
I thought so. Thank you, Malcolm. I imagine it's beautiful.
I'll look down. Oh, I should find a mirror.
you uncover Malcolm's treasure.
Yeah.
As you do, and your party does awaken from their nap to find you
Yeah, she's
wearing this
whack, whack.
this gleaming druidic chainmail. Everyone is both impressed and surprised that this was buried underneath the Galdring's cobbles. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Bro, wrang me dry of my tears.
Those notes were a long time coming, but I'm glad you found them.
Me too. I knew I had to go back to the Galdring.
As we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you for playing with me, and to those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Pen, hi class, hi Emily, hi everybody else.
Hi!
We love you all, and I wish you a good night.